Hey, welcome to this week's leadership video. I'm here at the Kate's Cup garage sale, and they're taking all of this stuff that wasn't of great use to someone. In fact, it was their weaker stuff. And yet instead of throwing it away, they gave it to Kate's Cup, brought it down here to the church, and the ladies at Kate's Cup have organized it, put it together, put it in places, and now others are coming in. And all of that stuff that you see behind me is going to get used by others. The extra clothing, when it's all done, is going to be boxed up and sent to an orphanage in Russia. It kind of was a picture to me as I was thinking about all of this stuff behind me, all of this stuff that was really not usable to other people. They were saying, hey, I want to just give it away. It's the weaker stuff. It's not the best that I have. And yet it was able to be used in a way that accomplished a great thing. It reminded me of Romans chapter 8, and in verses 26 to 28 it says this: in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weaknesses. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us with groans that words cannot express. And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for the saints in accordance with God's will. And we know, listen to this, and we know that in all things God works for the good for those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. That passage begins by talking about our weaknesses, and we don't even know what to do with them, and we bring them to God, and the Spirit intercedes, and we know that God is able to take all things, all the stuff in our life, all the things that we identify as weaknesses, and God is able to mold them and use them in a way that benefits us, but more importantly benefits Him. He's able to take it all and turn it for good. Hey, you're a leader, and I'm sure there's things that are happening in your life groups, at your tables, at Kate's Cup, in the elders, throughout the church and in your ministries. There are things that are happening that you're not excited about. You identify them as weaknesses. But I would encourage you, give them to Christ. And then say, Lord, do a mighty work with them. And I promise you that God can take all things and work them for good to those who love Him. And I know you do. You're a leader. You're a leader because you love Jesus Christ. And He is able to take all the weaknesses in your life, all of the stuff that doesn't seem valuable, and He's able to mold it together into something that's very good. I look forward to what God is going to do in your life, and I'm going to be praying that He does mighty things. So thank you for being a leader, and give those weaknesses to God. He'll do a mighty work. Thanks. I got to get back to work. A lot of stuff God is taking and using for His good. See you next week.